the garage shop in 2008 as an entry-level shop to get into, say, some vintage racing or stuff like that. Bob Bowser and myself, we had a big history in NASCAR Winston Cup racing, working with DEI, Evernham Motorsports, and other Busch Grand National teams, won some races, and decided to carry that on to the SBRA vintage stuff. Life prior to Siegmund Welding tables. It's kind of like what was life like prior to a car. You had a covered wagon and a horse. So it'd be real similar to that. When we first got started, we didn't have a lot of money. I think we saved up and we bought a flat surface plate to set on the floor. So basically, if you were building a chassis on this flat surface plate, you were kind of working on your hands and knees. But when we looked at quantum machinery for an engineering solution with the Siegmund Welding tables, one of the things that I really liked was the adjustable legs, the wheels for the legs. I like the precision of the fixtures. One of my favorite features of the Siegmund Welding table is the measurements on the side. So it's very precision. We actually put complete race cars on the Siegmund tables to recheck center line. I think a while back we had a little bit of a handling issues with one of our roadsters, and we just set it right back in the fixtures that were on the Siegmund table, and we found an issue with the front axle and the toe, that the car was damaged just from the Bonneville's so rough that we had tweaked the axle just enough that actually our laser tools couldn't find it on a setup plate. We only found the alignment issue once we put it back in the actual fixture on the table. We were at our wits' end. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't find it, why this car was doing this. So we set the whole car right back on the fixture, and bam, there was the problem. 5 years ago, we were going to build a 500-mile-an-hour streamliner. And I knew at that point that we could not be building chassis on a chassis plate on the floor anymore. This vehicle was going to be 38 feet long. It was our introduction to engineering. My son's an engineer, and he runs the engineering department. And from my experience working at Evernham Motorsports and Dale Earnhardt Incorporated in the engineering programs, as a fabricator, is in order to transfer precision engineering to precision manufacturing, you got to have the right equipment. We came across quantum machinery down in Charlotte, and I think the next day we rode down there, and I think our first order, we bought 5 8-foot tables. We bought a lot of stuff. It was so much stuff that my son got pulled over on the way home by the DOT and got an overweight ticket. But totally worth it. It's been all uphill since then. But that's where we kind of came across the fixturing. And, as you started using the tables, what you think when you buy this equipment, what you think you can do and what you're actually going to do in the future is two different things, because as you use it, so many different things on a daily basis come to, we could do this, and do that. I can't ever see us using anything else. I'd rather not do anything. The relationship that we have with quantum machinery and the quality of the Siegmund table, there's nothing really you could bring here to change my mind. We've worked with quantum machinery, I believe, for 5 years now. And sometimes we've had the money to do things, and sometimes we haven't had the budget to do things. And Albert's always been there for us and tried to suggest the proper line of attack, and with his experience, and and he's treated us extremely well on the tables and the fixturing and answering questions. Like if we needed a bits and pieces, it's next day, it's here. Whether one of our guys picks it up or he drops it in the mail for us. It's a dependable relationship that you don't have to think about, are they gonna have this? Yes, they're gonna have it, and yes, they will help you solve your manufacturing problems. One of the things I look at when I buy equipment is this going to speed up the manufacturing process so the customer pays less and gets higher quality? That's one of the big things that I look at. The second thing is, are my guys going to be comfortable working it? working with it? Are we going to be able to build? Are they going to be able to build more precision parts and vehicles and cars? That, that's the thing. Is engineering going to be able to be compatible with the equipment we're buying? And the Siegmund tables, and talking to Albert at Quantum Machinery, they checked all the boxes and then some. And, we've done some projects with these tables that are huge. Like right now we have a 40-foot trailer sitting on 5 or 6 of those tables that are all fixtured out and like a little Lego set to build the trailer that hauls the streamliner, on the salt at Bonneville. Again, what you think you're going to do with these tables and what the capabilities are once you start using them is two different things. The opportunities are endless. And when the customers come in and see the precision that's going on, it's going to one up you from the next guy that's trying to build a car on a plywood table. I'm sorry to say it, but we're doing it faster and better than a lot of people, and that's because of Quantum Machinery and Siegmund Welding tables. If you've defined the need for precision manufacturing, at that point, then you have to do it, because obviously you have projects that require precision and speed to get done, and it's a big investment, but it's a terrible investment not to do it. If if you're at the point where you need this kind of equipment, you need to do it sooner than later, because you will make your money back in short order. I'm very partial to Siegmund Welding tables for a couple reasons. Is they're precision made. They're made in Germany, so they're going to be a very good product. We've had the anodizing finish on these tables, and they've been abused. They've been welded on. Grinders have hit them, and they still look just as new as the day we bought them when we put the shiny stuff on them. So the versatility, and then that coupled with Quantum Machinery service, and they answer the phone and they answer your questions, and they help you come up with solutions and fixtures that you might not have known that they had. And the other thing I like is the amount of fixtures that they had then versus what they have now. They're always coming out with something new. They're listening to their users and the customers, and they're listening to the people that are using this stuff. So not only are you getting a great welding table and fixture system, you're getting a lot of people's experience, because Siegmund really listens to their customers, and so does Quantum. We went out on a limb and invested in Siegmund tables and with Quantum Machinery. And I feel that when a customer walks in here and sees the precision equipment that we're using to assemble their car or another customer's car, I think it makes us all feel a bit proud, and it makes me happy that we made the investment, because we're doing a faster, better, more precise job than we could before. So it's a good thing.
Quantum Machinery has you covered when it comes to premium metalworking equipment. From press brakes, shears, and ironworkers to welding tables and fixturing accessories, laser welders, roll benders, and cold saws. We also offer horizontal presses, ornamental machinery, rotary benders, custom tooling, and more. Explore the full lineup at quantummachinery.com.